Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is actually the end of our hunt, but yeah, we're doing it as the intro. We just come back from 5 days hunting at Timberline self-guided bow hunts. Had a great time, got some pretty good footage we think. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Don't forget, click the subscribe button, help us out.
Like the video.
Yeah, and yeah, hope you enjoy what's coming up.
Cheers.
First afternoon, still pretty warm, the cool changes come through. But yeah, we're just heading out on our first arbo hunt.
Hopefully we see something.
Yeah, we'll just see. This wind is already playing havoc. It's all over the place. But yeah, see what we see.
Just come across a first little gully system here, and there's a little creek running through it. And yeah, this grass, the grass is really high. It's perfect for snakes. I reckon we're going to be seeing a few on this trip anyway. We're wearing gaiters, but hopefully there's none around. It just makes hunting a lot more comfortable. For the folks at home that's never seen a giant wombat hole, look at the size of them that they can be. Huge. You could crawl in there and sleep.
Just a bit.
Well, I'm sitting in a hide, overlooks a dam. Basically there's some fresh prints over here on this fence line. I'm hoping they come down either here or this fire break. Time now is about 6:30. So we've got another better hour or so, maybe 2 hours before it gets dark. So we're just going to sit and wait. Scott's way on the other side of that hill. On the other side there's another hide. Wish us luck.
This is the first afternoon, and I've literally just sat in the hide like 30 seconds and there's already a sambar.
"30 minutes after Scott had spotted the first sambar, another two came out for a feed. Scott wasn't aware at the time, but he'd filmed a big sambar stag in the background just lurking in the trees. You can see here the antler tips moving. It wasn't until we watched the footage back during editing that we noticed it. Unfortunately, these deer are in a no-go zone. They're about 150 metres away from Scott and in the neighbouring property. It's been raining all night. Too heavy to go out, so
It's been bucketing
now
down.
it is to go to try for deer, but get out of bed, get the bow straight out, look out the side and just nail two hairs. Hit the first one, it's just out here. The second one took over, but
Yeah, second
took
one
off.
went up into the... How many arrows did you bring up? I hope that you're going to find them.
Yeah, well, I bring up like another 5 or 6. So big, eh?
Yeah,
The arrow.
it's a good shot. Yeah, second one was good. Your arrows are dirty now, they're no good for deer.
Yeah.
You just have to let me shoot
I have
them.
to put them away.
Where's the second one?
Over there.
The second one shot.
It's just under there.
Just made it to here. Didn't go far at all, perfect chest shot.
So that just happened. So I'd literally been out of bed about 5 minutes. It's been raining all night. We were talking about not heading out at the, the crack of light to look for deer because it was just raining too heavy with lightning and stuff. So I came out 5 minutes after I woke up. There's two hares sitting just behind where Scott is with the camera, and then they took off to the cattle yards behind us, and they're both just sitting in the middle there. And I had to shoot between the railing to sort of nail one, and I got this one first. That was a in through the neck, so it didn't go very far either. And the second one was just beside it, so I just nailed that one as well. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. First thing in the morning, and now it's only just after 6. Now we're going to go head into the hills, I think, and see what we can do that way. But yeah, goes to say I'm pretty happy about that.
First 2 hares ever.
Straight up, yeah. They're massive. So we'll get these things cleaned up now and try and keep as much meat as we possibly can, and then yeah, hit the hills, look for some deer. Well, second day, first official full day of hunting, I suppose, but half day for us because we didn't get out here till late. But the sun's well and truly in the sky, so today we're going to follow this fence line out to the bush over there and see if we can pick a spot for us to hunt this afternoon. See if there's any activity from this morning anyway, to see if they're in that particular area, and yeah, see how we go. Got very little cameras today. Just using the GoPros if we can, and try to avoid using the big cameras and tripods just to minimise weight until we find out exactly what we can do and work out a plan. So it's really windy. The wind is in our face at the moment, which works in our favour. Yeah. Try and get something on the ground. Let's do it. On this game trail just here, goes all the way across. This looks like an old bedding area or something, and you can see where the tree has been scraped. It's old, like there's some patches there missing. This wind was coming in our face this way, now it's coming from behind me, so it's just swirling all around.
It's like a bedding area from last night. There's some tracks, if you can see, coming down through the grass. Flies just took off from there, so it's reasonably fresh. So it's like one's been bedded up there last night. Really steep gully down in there, real thick and steep.
Don't know if the GoPro will pick it up too well, but there's some good size indentation, like prints in the mud here. There. There. There's 2 more there. There's definitely deer in the area. We've just made a makeshift hide in this area. We've seen some deer sign. And that overlooks all of this. And there's some water just behind where Scott is over there as well. So we'll head out, sit here this afternoon maybe. And yeah, hopefully we can see something sitting in here. There's all these game trails behind us through all this grass, so we should hopefully see something coming in. I mean, you could even sit here in the morning if you wanted to as well. So you could be sitting here, but you're still low enough in here that the grass is higher than you, so you've got the cover behind. And yeah, like this is the view from here. That's the log you'll sit on. And then yeah, from here, sitting on the log, yep, you can see Scott over there. You got all this area to look, and obviously they're coming from that bush on the other side, coming this way in the morning. So yeah, you've got a bit of a shooting window out this side of here to the water over there if they're having a drink or something. Plenty of room in here. Like there's a lot of room in here, Scott. Yeah. Heaps. Like this is me sitting in here. I don't know how well you're going to see it. Heaps. 2 people could sit in here if you wanted to.
Quite comfortably.
Yeah. Took us what, about 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Smashed a few logs together. Put a bit of some bracken fern on it.
There is quite a bit of sign here though, with some game trails running and some fresh shit bedding areas, so
Yep.
who knows. All we gotta do is we can try.
And yeah,
All we can do.
hopefully.
As long as the wind stays in our favour, then it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be okay to sit here whether anything comes in or not. Anybody's guess.
Well, we're heading out for the afternoon hunt. I'm going to head to the blind that we made earlier over there, and Scott's going to head to another blind that's right on the back of the block. And yeah, there's a lot of activity down that end apparently. So yeah, with any luck we can see something. But now's a good time to mention and say thanks to Warren from Oz Bow Press for yeah, letting us use his brand new LDV for this trip. So thanks Warren, I really appreciate it, mate. It's yeah, it's been real comfortable and perfect for what we want to do. Earlier on we checked out some other tracks at the back of the block and, you know, handled everything perfectly. Low range. Yeah. It was yeah, comfortable. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Hey? We didn't thrash it.
No. Didn't do sick donuts too much. But yeah, no, anyway, thanks Warren, really appreciate it, mate. It's, if it wasn't for you, we'd probably be using something a little less comfortable and less capable, that's for sure. So really appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
So I've just walked miles trying to find somewhere that the wind is in my favour. I get to a certain blind or spot and the wind is in my favour, and then as soon as I sort of work out where I'm going to sit, right up my arse. So I've come back to where I was last night, and it was good until I sat down, and now the wind right behind me is just swirling so much. I don't know where to sit or what to do. The wind is definitely against us. It's good old Mother Nature.
Alright, we made it to the blind. It's 10 to 6. The sun is still way up in the sky. Probably won't see much activity until that goes down a bit. But this is my view. So with any luck, something comes out of the bush from over there towards me, probably from over here, because there's a big game trails coming through. Fingers crossed.
So even though the wind is swirling around, this is the second hind that I've seen just come out of nowhere. Unfortunately, it's like 150 metres away.
After the sun had dropped behind the hills, it was too dark to hunt, so we made our way back to camp to prep for an early start the following day. En route to our selected hides, we crested a hill and spotted the silhouette of 3 Sambar stags in the open field on the opposite ridge. They were in ankle-height grass, just like us, and in the open. We had no opportunity but to hit the ground. Scott got the camera out and started filming. After 40 minutes or so of watching them make their way towards the fence, A fourth and even bigger sambar stag made its way back out of the bush and towards the other three. It seemed to walk around them in some form of dominance. We knew we had to be very careful with our movements because technically they were right in our line of sight. After watching these 4 stags meander around and feed for another 40 minutes, we decided to make a game plan. I dumped my backpack, crawled on my stomach to the bush behind me, and made my way down to a game trail into position. The deer kept feeding towards the fence. Meanwhile, the bigger stag was making its way towards the gully that I was heading to. At one point it looked like the ghost was up and we'd been sprung, but that wasn't the case and the deer kept feeding towards the gully. I ranged the animal to 45 meters in front of me. I was in line with the trees and had to wait for a shot. Scott is still pinned down on the side of the hill in ankle-high grass. Whilst at full draw, I had to try and wait for the animal to present a good shot. It felt like I had drawn the bow back for an eternity when the shot just didn't present itself, so I let down. The deer were switched on. They knew something was in the bush next to them, but they weren't sure. After an intense wait and trying to maintain my composure, the deer finally started to move. I managed to draw back, aim at 40, and take the shot.
I'm not sure what just happened. I don't know whether Jamie had a shot. It was too far out of range for me and just didn't offer any angles, but it took off all of a sudden. The other two are standing over there. The other one. Shot at the sambar at 40 meters. Oh man, I'm shaking. Man, it's 40 meters down here. I hope I got it on camera. The shot was slightly far back. I was going for the front leg, but I don't know, I must have been talking the bow or something. Oh my God. Dude. Oh. I can't even talk. Scott's over there. Huh? Didn't you see it? Didn't you see it?
40 meters. It's a little bit far back, but I think it might be alright. Oh, it ran up the hill here. Oh, I can't talk. So, I want to go down and see if there's blood. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm just going to go and see if there's blood.